Well, we have made it to the end of World Noir Volume 2. That is on to 1963's Symphony for a Massacre, which is number 68 within the Radiance range. And this is the best film in the set for my money. Normally, I work through these in chronological order by the number, but for some reason, I started with Cruel Gun Story, which was great. I moved on to Black Gravel, which was better, and finished off with Symphony of a Massacre, which was absolutely perfect. I loved this film. This is entirely my kind of movie. The basic plot here is we have 5 gangsters who run an illegal casino, or it could be legit, but they have some dodgy dealings. They've decided to have this drug deal. Things have gone a little bit wrong, as in the person bringing the drugs has brought all of them in one shipment rather than several shipments, and now they have to gather all the money for this person. So all of them are going to have to throw in 100,000 each, so that they've got $500,000 to pay off this drug deal.
Si vous voulez mon avis, je trouve ça très bien. Je dirais même que je trouve ça beaucoup mieux. Tu vois, il y a pas plus de risques, c'est plus rapide, et financièrement rien n'est changé.
Things are never going to go to plan. It turns out that one of the members of this group have other ideas. They'd rather have all the money than the drugs, and decides to rip off everybody, but laying out a plan where they can't be touched. But it looks as if they were completely somewhere else while this theft happened, this murder and theft. So we have these 5 group of criminals who all look like kind of businessmen. They don't look that they belong in the underworld, and we have different relationships within this group as they fall into a kind of structure here. Although they are all kind of equal partners, there is definitely a hierarchy in amongst this group.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce cirque?
Maintenant, t'en sais autant que nous.
Et le fric?
Fric, plus de traces, il s'est envolé naturellement.
C'est un coup dur, non?
Plutôt, oui.
And this plays out almost like a kind of Columbo episode where we know who the perpetrator is and we know what they're up to. And that is a wonderful trait here because it adds so much suspense and tension into sequences. We know what's going on, and it never wastes the film. We're waiting for the other characters to catch up, and we're hoping they're going to catch up sooner rather than later. But it's watching this poisonous person slowly twist and turn situations to their advantage, breaking the group up, pointing fingers at someone else, making them look as if they could have been the perpetrator here. There's this wonderful illusion created by the antagonist here. And of course, this isn't going to play out as smoothly as we hoped, and someone is going to die. Many people are going to die. It is a massacre, like the film said. These people are turning against each other. They're starting to break friendships. They're starting to suspect. They're starting to unravel. And we're seeing it before our very eyes. And it's wonderful to see. There are some terrific performances going on here from various actors. And I don't want to point out specific people because I want to let you find this film and enjoy it for what it is. Absolutely phenomenal. There are many set pieces that are truly exciting, like the train heist where the money is stolen and the person carrying it has to be dealt with. And you're never quite sure how it's going to play out, and it plays out in a really wonderful fashion. The whole heist going wrong, as we know who's got the money, where it's stashed, and the rest of the people in the group. We see the tensions come to the boil, and this one simmers nicely for a long while and then just boils over at the perfect point. And it starts to bring in other characters out with our main story. We get the wife of one character, we get the wife of another character that gets brought into this situation, and you just know this isn't going to end well. Honour amongst thieves, well, it isn't really a thing in this movie. Dishonour amongst thieves as we watch them slowly implode within this downright fantastic crime thriller. I loved this movie. Terrific. Stand out of the set. Let's dive into the disc and have a look at the extras. Here we are in the disc for Symphony for a Massacre. Let's go to the special features. First up, we have an audio commentary by Travis Woods. Then we have Christina Newland. Writer and critic Christina Newland examines the career of Jacques Deray and director of Symphony of a Massacre, and one of French crime cinema's most important and esteemed figures, recorded exclusively for Radiance in May 2024. This is just over 15 minutes in length. She talks a little bit about the director, how he started as an actor, worked as an assistant director, and some of the talent that he worked with before moving on to his own directing career, starting with The Gigolo, which was a kind of comedy-ish movie before really delving into crime films. And interestingly enough, he worked in Rififi in Tokyo as his second film, which is really interesting, before moving on to this as his third feature. Then we have Charles Vanel, Jean Rochefort, and Jacques Deray. Director Jacques Deray and star Jean Rochefort and Charles Vanel are interviewed on the subject of Symphony for a Massacre for a French television show. Broadcast in 1963, and this is 4 minutes 35 seconds, and it's got the director to the stars just doing promotion for the film, and it's an interesting little tidbit, a great addition to the disc. And that's the extras for Symphony for a Massacre. There we have it. Symphony for a Massacre is terrific. My favourite movie of this set. It was just so wonderfully set up and executed, and yeah, absolutely adored this one. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Did you love it? Did you hate it? It falls somewhere in the middle. Where do you think it ended up in amongst this set? Let me know in the comment box below your thoughts on this film. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.